situation, because if Bournemouth is that close to you, if Bournemouth would have won this game, they would have gone above Chelsea. So this is really important that it didn't happen. But also, moving forward, what is your next step? Your next step is that you have to be more like that killer instinct. Yeah, and I think that is exactly what they're missing, because you can set up really well. But like I said, if you win the ball and in your transition, you got to make sure that you become dangerous. And if they don't do that, then moments like this happen. Look, this is like, okay, great free kick. Cannot complain about that. But you don't want to wait till the last minute. Like the last couple of minutes, I was kind of like hoping to see a goal, but I didn't see any. Yeah,
I think the fans were as well. I think what we're trying to say here is they're missing a righty and a shearer in their ranks.
They're very rare, Seema.
They are indeed.
Particularly a righty, that's for sure.
You even see with that chance there, Cole Palmer's going in on goal here. It's a poor pass to him. He's got to retrieve something, try and retrieve something to dig it out from there, and that should be a shooting opportunity. Those are the opportunities I'm talking about where Chelsea have to take these chances, because that was a great chance. He was going through on goal, bearing down. He's got a man outside him, late into his path, come onto it, and he can shoot and have it. In the end, he has to cross it, and then they scramble it away. But you saw that they created the chances, but they didn't take them. And then that just seeps away at your confidence. You feel, oh, my gosh, are we ever going to score? They're not scoring at the minute, and it seems at the moment...
It's the little details, though. It's the little details.
It wasn't just the finishing, it was actually that final pass or that final cross. Sometimes that's the most difficult when you get into those good positions, and that's when you just need that little bit of experience, which they haven't got in enough positions, or that little bit of composure, which is obviously what they're lacking at the minute.
And on the other hand, they were indebted to Sanchez, weren't they? He made a couple of fantastic saves.
Oh, they were very important, because this game could have totally be different, and that's why sometimes you want your goalkeeper to save you in moments, but you don't want him to become the most important one, because when he becomes the most important one, that means that there is too much pressure or surprise. And, you know, like the guys already highlighted, is that you want to be careful that Bournemouth didn't score a goal. And I think till the last couple of minutes, we started to look at a game and say, like, hey, we got to be careful in this one.
This is a good save. Really good save from him here, because I think this is with his feet as well. Yeah, it's just like, that's a fantastic save.
Great.
You know, he's trying to look to go that side, and then he's very, very good save. Yeah.
And actually, just to wrap things up before we move on, do we have to credit Bournemouth as well, because they've managed to pick up points against those London teams, as I mentioned at the top?
You always have to credit a team like Bournemouth, because you look at Bournemouth, I don't know where they're going to score the goals this season. So if they can keep clean sheets and maybe nick something away from home, that's what they're probably going to have to do. But you have to give them credit for that result.
They hung in there, didn't they? They stuck in there. Their attitude was good. They had to concede possession a lot of the time. But they are lacking in forward positions, so you're going to have to see more of that from Bournemouth.
OK. Well, on that note, we're going to wrap that match up, and we're going to take a break, because afterwards we are talking all...
Defenders, always isolated defenders and playing the right options. If you don't play, you shoot. And it should be second to none, but it was very poor today.
I think somebody needs to take the responsibility, you know? Just I'm going to go by myself and I'm going to finish with a shot. We didn't see enough of that. We saw passes that they want to put their teammate in, but the passes were not great. Sometimes you just have to be a little bit more selfish and go a little bit more direct and finish the action with a shot. Not enough.
I feel like Chelsea have tried to create the perfect team by bringing all these players together, and today it was like, let's try and score the perfect goal. And you kept doing the same thing, like me and Theo were saying for the whole game, just shoot, because every time you dribble with it, Bournemouth kept dropping, and they just kept running and running and running. It was into just a brick of wall. It's just like, pullbacks need to be better, take the shot, take the ownership, take the responsibility. This is not the perfect goal, but this is what Chelsea are trying to do, create the perfect team, create the perfect goal. It's not going to happen in the Premier League.
And as we said, they've only had one worse start to a Premier League season before. But it's not just about this season. This is a knock-on from last season when the same thing was happening. So how concerned should they be, Jimmy?
Look, they're creating chances. They're playing well. They're passing the ball up to that final third. So it is not that they are not playing well and they're losing matches. That's not the issue here. The issue here is the final pass and scoring goals. Obviously, that's what football is about. But they have got a big part of the game they have got right, is that final bit that they still have to figure out, you know?
Well, there'll be lots more reaction from that game on Sky Sports News and across all of our digital platforms. But
Welcome back to Matchday Live. No goals to bring you at half-time, but plenty to talk about. And we're going to start with the way Bournemouth have set up, because they are playing really high up the pitch, Righty, aren't they?
Yeah.
My question to you, though, is have Chelsea done enough to exploit all this space that they have?
I think, no, Chelsea haven't done enough to exploit them with the chances they've created off of the back of Bournemouth being so high. But at the same time, I knew that Bournemouth were going to come in and press them pretty high. This is an opportunity where they've won the ball in the middle of the pitch and then they lose it. And then once they've lost it, this is where Chelsea, with the pace that they've got and the space that they can then exploit, this is where they've got to do a lot better once they get into these situations. You can see people getting forward, but you're just seeing some of them, like the chances here. It's a poor shot in the end, but like that is what Chelsea are capable of. When you look at MRBEAR, they go in, but look at the amount of space in that middle once he comes across here. Now you see Conor Gallagher in oceans of space. Now you've got pace to burn up front. Now they've got to try and get into them and pass it a bit quicker. It kind of slows up for them a bit, but they keep it moving at a nice pace. See, Bournemouth are not putting any pressure on MRBEAR, so it's quite good. Then once he goes past MRBEAR, and they're now back into the danger area, once he passes this across back to now Conor Gallagher, now they're back into a good position, and now this is where they've got to start doing that 1-2, which they try here with Sterling, and he has to score. He has to hit the target at least with that one. And that is what they're trying to do, Chelsea, when they break.
Yeah, it's also that he's the key, yeah? You know, when you look at Gallagher, he's the key for Chelsea to find the open space. And when the ball comes to him, the only thing that I ask now is when the ball comes to him, they have to lift up the speed into attacking them. And I think they sometimes try those pockets too slowly, and then you cannot advance because you have two quick guys, yeah? You have a Mudryk and you have a Sterling, and you have to trigger them faster. And I think sometimes it takes too long, while Jackson is also the quick one. But use that more. And Gallagher, get him on the ball. Yes, they do that. But what is he doing going forward? And the moment he did it twice, and it became dangerous.
Well, actually, we'll pick out another player from this Chelsea side, Mykhailo Mudryk. What have you made of his 45 minutes so far? Because we've seen a mixed bag from him in his opening 4 games.
Good and bad, frustrating at times, very good at other times. He just needs to calm down here and settle down and play a simple 5-yard pass into the path of Gallagher rather than smashing it across and giving him no chance. Some of it, as I said, has been really good link-up play, particularly with Jackson, the give and the go, and they seem to have a really good understanding. Slightly unlucky there. And Chelsea have been decent, not without being brilliant, but they've let themselves down in the final third. Final pass again. You've got to make the right decision. That is a simple pass to play in. Then he gets caught out again with trying to find the difficult pass and the later pass. It's been, as a centre forward, if I'm looking at him, it's been slightly frustrating because I want better balls in, I want better quality from him when you get into a good position, which I think he's been in some really good positions, particularly there when you're looking on the left-hand side, just to clip the ball in. That's a very good pass. I'm not sure it's meant for Gallagher, but it opens the space up for Gallagher and he finds himself in there and it's much better. Frustrating, I say, because he doesn't need to give the ball away there. He lunges in, he gives the foul away, gets the yellow card that the tackle deserves. So just want him to settle down a little bit more when he gets into those positions and have a little bit of composure, because I think the ability's there. You're just slightly immature at times.
How do you improve on that then as a player?
Well, the more you get in there, the more you learn how to find that final pass. He's got to keep getting in there, but he just needs to settle down that little bit. Just take an extra split second to find that little bit of quality.
He's quick enough, Seema, to be able to even stop the ball and stop the defender, then go again. Just needs to slow it down another 10, 20%.
Mario, big moment from the goalkeeper Sanchez. He made a good save for a Tara's shot, didn't he?
Yeah, very good. Because the moment when the ball comes across, right, it's also a big surprise because you don't expect it to be that easy. But look how Sanchez, how big he makes himself, to save that ball. But for me, look at the free kick. No, you cannot switch off like that. And then the second post. He's fortunate because he has to strike it straight away, because if he holds up, he doesn't have the time to control it or do something else with it. So what Sanchez does there, making himself so big, is so difficult. It's not like I know it in the sense of being in that position, but I clearly know when one of them would do it, I will tackle.
That was massive.
Yeah.
That was massive. He looked massive.
Big moment in the game, right? OK, well, that's the first 45 minutes.
No goals at half-time between Bournemouth and Chelsea, and on that first half performance, there have been plenty of moments from Chelsea that feel like a rerun of some of the games we've already seen from them, Theo.
Yeah, it's just like you were saying right at the start of the match, putting in the back of the net. Mudryk here, I feel like actually had an average game. I feel like at times he could be a bit more direct, but you know, this is what I want to see a bit more of, but again, it's just that appreciation for the pass. It's obviously Bob was up here, and it's very difficult for Connor to deal with that. But this is what I want to see a bit more from, particularly Jackson as well, the link-up play, because I feel like at times he's been making some unusual runs, but great link-up play. You know, he's just sort of scuffed it, but we want to see a bit more shots from outside from the area. Mudryk again, like I say, he's very positive, but I want to see more and more. Sterling, on the other hand, I feel like he's been picking up some fantastic positions in the field of play. Very positive. But
Sterling
yes,
does get in great position, but here you want your striker to run to the first post and score from there. Sterling is being very sharp, getting into the box. It's that final pass where you need a little bit more of care. Gusto makes a nice 1-2 into the box, but then again, that final pass. You know, that final pass has not been great. This is the best chance for me where Gallagher should hit it the first time. And I think when you hit it the first time, the goalkeeper can't set. You score then. Now he takes a touch, he takes another touch, and then he hits it. Chelsea's been really good up until the final third. They've controlled the game. But when they come to the final third, they need to take a little bit more care in that final pass.
And with them not taking advantage of the possession and the control that they've had of the game, there was an opportunity for Bournemouth just to nick in front.
Yeah, and you switch off on a set piece, you're not concentrating, and hand down and play really quick, sharp from Bournemouth. Christie onto it, fizzes it across. To be fair, Sanchez does really, really well, makes himself really, really big. But look, not concentrating Chelsea, switching off, they're getting round the back post of Ouattara, and to be fair, the goalkeeper's got him out of a hole there. It's really big from the goalkeeper, and I don't think Ouattara could do any better than that. But as you said, Kelly, chance after chance for Chelsea. But if you don't take them and they do Bournemouth, it's a different game.
Somebody's flight's leaving, I think, as far as that announcement is concerned. We're going to take a...
I'm Derek Ray. I'm joined for commentary by former Arsenal fullback Lee Dixon. And without doubt, a match with the potential to bring genuine excitement. It's Luton Town taking on Chelsea.
Hi Derek, thank you. Well, both managers will be reminding their players how important...
Well, it could be on for him here. Is it going to be? Keeper getting the touch. And it's gone behind for the corner. Over it comes. Did his job defensively. And they'll get ready for the throw-in. Pearson. So after that, a goal kick it'll be. Well, pick your adjective where Hakim Ziyech is concerned. Explosive, I think, might be an approach. Can they take the lead here? And mistimed the run, sadly. That's offside. Throw-ins given. This looks promising.
Well, it's the care and attention, all that works.
And a blunder by the keeper. Werner. Promising attack, but his timing was off. Well, they've lost possession of the ball. Nicely cut out. Oh, that's an interesting pass. Ziyech. In it goes. An early goal. No wonder they're celebrating.
Well, as we look at this again, the keeper's every right to ask where his back line was, but 2v1 in the end. He's thinking now, is he going to pass or go round me? He's got no chance.
Well, real difficulty keeping the ball. Ball's gone.